welcome to Tales from the Backlog. I'm Steve, and I'll be your rabble-rouser for the evening. If you don't know this stream, we do two things generally. On Friday nights, we have an in-person game where we do ongoing campaigns, occasional one-shots, but mostly ongoing campaigns. We've wrapped up a D&D game there. We're currently in the middle of a cyberpunk game run by my guy Alan right there. That's got one more session left, I think, and then after that, we're doing more cyberpunk run by Matt, who's not on the video right now. But tonight is Monday night. We are doing Tales from the Backlog, where we try out lots of different game systems, usually in one-shots, sometimes as many as a three-shot, but mostly one-shots. Some of them we try out once and then forget about or never come back to, and others we just keep doing, like this one, EZD6. This is our third time in this system. The first time, it was a playtest of this whole game before it was even called EZD6. It was called Slash Hack Boom at the time. And then we ran it after it came out, and now we're running it again, and we are going to be playtesting the Wasted World hack for this game. It is upcoming, written by the game's creator, DM Scotty. He asked us to run it tonight and see what we think of it. So EZD6 is a great book. Check it out. We were just talking about how rules light it is. I use a fruit snacks bag as a bookmark, and we are going to try the new version of it in a post-apocalyptic wasteland. We've got all kinds of cool write-ups on that from Scotty. So before we get going, why don't we go around the circle, starting with Mia, and introduce our characters.
Okay, I will be playing Samantha. Her nickname is the Monkey because she has boons in basically climbing and jumping. But she is what is called a scrapper, digging for goods and finding all the goody for bringing the holds that they're good stuff, so they can make things. As I slowly fall asleep in my chair. Anyway, Samantha the Monkey. She is a young lady who is not very combat savvy. So thank you. Next.
I'm playing Ruby Rickshaw, wasteland warrior, battle babe, all around shit ass. Nice. I'm pretty good at beating people up and getting into trouble.
All right, nice. I'm playing as Kane. I am a weirdling, which is like a psychic I guess refugee or survivor, I guess. And he's just big time loner, and like going from city to city, just trying to survive and trying to hide his abilities, kind of, because he doesn't want to let everyone know that he has them because he gets exploited. And yeah, he's just trying to survive with these abilities. And he doesn't remember his past. He only remembers his name, his first name. He might have came from like a facility or something. We don't know.
We don't know. Nobody knows. And as it happens, as we find you guys, well, you know what? Before I do my adventure intro, I'm going to read what Scotty has written about the Wasted World itself. The end wasn't what everyone expected. It came suddenly in an explosion of psychic cataclysm that sundered the world and caused mass psychosis in the human population. Those that survived suffered through cataclysmic weather, ecological catastrophe, social upheaval, and governmental collapse as man-made systems imploded. In this scarred landscape arose a new breed. Those who refused to die shared a new equality. They were all in the shit. And, well, gang, in the shit you are. You have been wandering the deserts of the wasteland for so long that you don't even remember what you were looking for when you started. At some point, the three of you found each other. You've been traveling together I would assume more or less out of necessity. Maybe you like each other, maybe you don't. That's up to you guys. And yet here you are, running low on water, running low on food, trekking across the desert, when you see on the horizon, for the first time in days, something. It might be a line of hills. It might be the ruins of a city. You're too far away to say for sure. But it's the only shape you've seen in the flat, endless wastes in all this time.
Would I be able... Sorry, did you want to say anything else?
No, you can speak.
I was just going to say, this faint city we see, or whatever we see in the distance, would I be able to sense what's over there with my psychic abilities? Like if there's a lot of people or something?
I think that it would be prohibitive at this distance to try and tell. It's at the edge of the horizon right now.
Okay.
Do the both of you see that over there? I don't know if I'm hallucinating or not. Tilt my water bag back and give it the traditional squeeze as the final drops drip out. Out of water.
Very traditional.
I'm thirsty as hell. I just want to get in there.
But whatever it is, I hope it's safe.
It'll be safer than staying out here. We're gonna...
Whatever it is, I hope they've got a good cobbler out there.
What,
Cobbler,
like
Yes,
peach cobbler?
No, like someone who makes shoes.
Oh.
My heels broke.
Oh,
This damn terrain.
you look
I haven't
fine.
seen a peach in a so
I know I look
long.
fine.
You don't need those heels. You look fine.
Not even sure how you walk through the desert all this way in those shoes.
Well, they did break eventually, but you know, that's why I'm hoping there's a good cobbler there so I can get them fixed up.
Well, if there's any, I'll let you know. But first, we gotta get some rations, some water, some food, because I'm about to pass out over here.
Okay, well, you guys continue forward, I assume. And as you get closer, you are perhaps dismayed to discover that what you are walking towards is, in fact, a range of low hills.
No, so it wasn't. So it's just hills.
It's hills as far as you can see. You're still maybe 6 miles out. However, it does offer the only significant shade that you've seen in some time. So you may as well continue towards it.
Some shade would be nice.
Yeah, and Kane kind of like rubs his head, and you can see like the burnt skin falling off. Yeah, I need to get under there quick.
Well, let me take a little glance at your character sheet there. So, Kane, you asked a minute ago about searching with your mind to see if there are any people.
Yes.
I am now going to say that you can do that, as you're much closer now. You're only about a mile away from the hills, the start of the hills at any rate. And of course they spread off pretty far in either direction. But if you would like at this time to open your senses and search for any mines, I will set a resistance roll for the environment and any people that may be in it at 2 dice, and I'm going to tell you what I got. So you need to beat a 3. Meter beat a 3, and so the way that this works is you can decide how many psychic dice to roll, or miasmic dice, I forget what they're called here. But you get to decide how many dice to roll. You can go from 1 to 3, and you just need to meet or beat 3 on any of them in order to be successful. If you get a 1 on any of them, you fail.
All right, I'm gonna try 2.
Okay.
Whatcha? Ooh. Okay.
What you got?
I got 2 6s. 2 6s.
Okay, that's a crit.
I don't know if I can show it on the screen.
I see it. I see it.
Yeah, 2 6s.
That's a crit.
Yes.
Now, Mia, help me out with this. He's already rolled 2 6s. Does he still need to confirm the crit?
I would say no.
I don't think so. I think that that's a confirmed crit right there.
Yeah.
So crits are mostly, I think in the book as written, crits are mostly for combat, but this is the first roll of the game and you rolled double 6s, so that's pretty significant.
A huge psychic, like a huge psychic boom just comes out of my head.
Yeah, you've been trapped in the wasteland so long with just these 2.
Yeah,
you got the scanner's vein in your forehead.
Yeah, and it just goes across the entire like maybe I don't know, like 20-30 miles in each direction. And
so
just looking for any life.
Hey, Kane, what did you do?
Oh, sorry. I've been holding that in for a long time. Oh.
It does come out like the psychic equivalent of a sonar pulse and bounce back to you. And of course, being that it doesn't bounce off of objects, it bounces off of minds. And so you do detect, the random animal life, 3-headed lizards and the occasional snake way underground, but you also
other people.
I was assuming that you 2 were already accounted for.
Yeah.
It turns out Ruby and Samantha were a figment of your imagination the whole time.
No.
No, you learn 2 things with your double crit. First of all, there is some sort of miasmic what's the word I'm looking for? Anomaly in this area. Something is wrong with the miasma in this area. Something very powerfully wrong in a general leftward direction from where you're going. Which I guess you're probably heading east, so that would be north of you. There's something more wrong to the north than it is to the south. But it's environmental. You can't pinpoint a location. Something is just off. A disturbance in the force, if you will. However, in a more specific northward direction, you also detect a gathering of human minds.
Okay.
About a mile to the north.
All right, so Kane clenches his head, and he's and then he points north, and he's like, that way. I feel a gathering of minds.
Kenny says this whole adventure is a mirage.
It's all in our imagination.
and then Kane touches both of you guys to make sure you're real. Are you guys you're still with me, right? Still with me? Still with me?
Yes, Kane, I'm still here. Are you okay? Really?
Sorry, I don't normally do that big of a scan, so I'm kind of woozy after that.
It's been a rough road. You say there something over there?
Yeah, there's some kind of gathering. Yeah, definitely a bunch of minds over there, and there's something weird over here too. More this direction. I can feel something like a disturbance in the miasma.
Hopefully, there aren't any cannibals out there.
Well, where there's mines, there's got to be at least some food, so we should go that way.
Okay, do you guys follow where Kane leads?
Lead on.
All right.
What you come to find is sort of a little, I don't know what you would call this in geographical terms, It's not quite a valley because it ends in a. If it were filled with water, it would be a bay. But there is a little alcove, a little indentation in the hillside, where you can walk in and be surrounded by hills on 3 sides, with the wasteland to your back. However, you cannot walk in, for this area has been walled up.
Oh.
Someone is living here.
Okay.
A good many someones.
All right. You guys want to go to the front?
Is there like an obvious door area to this wall?
Yeah, it looks like the wall is made out of lots of random material. Large sections of it are actually made out of old junked buses and semi-trucks that have been parked here. But the area, more or less in the middle, has been built into a gate made out of like large docking bay doors.
Does this look like a more sophisticated kind of walled off area, or is it something like just average people could make?
It's something that, you know, average people could make given enough time and resources, which they clearly had. I mean, they got these buses from somewhere.
Well, they certainly have cobbled together some defenses here. Wow. I wonder what kind of tech they got inside there.
Yeah, let's ask. I take the butt of my sword and just bang it on that door. Hey, like, what time of day is it?
1 p.m.
Hey, who's in there?
You hear a little voice coming from low and to your right. It's a small but not quiet voice that says, "They're gonna shoot you."
Who's gonna? Yeah, we haven't done anything.
They don't know you. And you guys look over.
Ourselves. For what?
You guys look over and you see a child with uncombed hair and a dirty face and no shoes, just sort of sitting on the ground, leaning back against the wall. You did not see her when you walked up. She's maybe 9 years old.
Does she have a boomerang?
She doesn't.
Where did you come from, little lady? Gracious.
What's your name?
Mud River.
I'm Kane. This is Samantha. This is Ruby. We're just trying to find some food and some drink. We've been out in the desert for God knows how long. You think you can help us get in there?
She looks at you, Ruby. Your shoes are broken.
Yeah, I know. I figured maybe I'd find someone here who could fix them.
I could fix them.
You could fix them good?
If I can keep them.
No.
Give me your shoes, I'll let you in.
Yeah. How bad are her shoes right now?
She's not wearing shoes.
Oh, she's not wearing shoes at all.
Yeah.
I mean, how many shoes? How many?
Like, way too big for her.
She doesn't seem to care.
I know she doesn't. I understand.
Ruby, don't you have like 5 pairs of shoes?
I mean, I had 5 pairs of shoes at the last place I lived. Now I don't even really have 1 pair of shoes.
Well, shoes or not, if you bang on the door, they're gonna shoot you.
Wait, they ain't even gonna answer.
They build walls for a reason around here.
Hold on a second. Who's they? Do you know these people?
Yeah, I live in there.
Yeah.
And what are they doing there? Are we talking about killers or just average people?
What's the difference?
I mean, I want to make sure I'm not gonna maybe run into some cannibals.
Are y'all cannibals, kid?
Maybe.
Whoa.
Can I get a sense of like what's going on in her mind?
Do you want to do that psychically, or are you just trying to like read her?
Psychically, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, sure. She'll roll a defense dice.
Yeah.
She only rolled 1 die, and she rolled a 3 again. So
okay, 2 dice again. Unfortunately, one of those was a 1.
Okay, so
we got a 5 and a 1.
Child is just so. She's just so feral, but also just so intransigent that your attempt to read her just bounces back.
Yeah.
You get nothing but a sense of bored mischief.
Okay, you know what?
Well,
No, we don't know what. What?
Sorry, I was trying to read something and I forgot.
Well,
Not what you were trying to read, kid. Just why won't they talk to us? What, do we look weird or something?
Gonna look sideways over Ruby. What can we do to get in if we don't have anything to give you? Is there some other thing we can do to get in this building, Muddy?
You got a gun?
Oh, well.
If you give me your gun, I'll let you in.
Goodness.
Here. Yeah, I'm going to try to use a trick over here. Steve, I have this thing called miasmic tricks.
Okay.
It's like you can create a minor trick. These are non harmful tricks, whatever. I'm gonna try to make it look like I'm gonna give her Ruby's shoe, but actually I'm just doing a quick like shift, and I'm gonna give her my shoes instead.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is a child. You know what? She has rolled a 6.
Oh, she ain't falling for shit.
Well, I can still challenge that, right?
Yeah.
Or is that automatic success?
No, you can challenge it, but you just have to meet or beat it.
You know what? I'm going to use 3 dice.
Okay.
Come on. No ones. Oh, I rolled 2 ones. Damn.
Okay. So this child is obviously getting bored, and she decides to just leave, and you see her dive on TPK. Kenny says TPK in the first encounter with a child. What were you going to say, Jason?
Well, I was going to ask, how close was she to us?
I'd say about 20 feet away.
Okay.
And if you aren't going to do anything to stop her, she's going to roll under one of the buses and out of your sight. At which point, if you hear some metal something under there, and if you were to look under the bus, you would not see her.
Oh man.
I mean, it can't be that hard to get in this place. I mean, we kind of back away and like, hey, inside, anybody in there?
After a moment,
we're friendly.
After a moment, you hear an adult man's voice yell, "Who are you?"
We're travelers. We're looking for some food and drink.
I'm Sam.
Kane.
It's only 2 of you?
Our friend Ruby is here too.
Can you narrow my eyes there?
Ruby's like 3 people in one, so...
Yeah.
Do you have goods to trade?
Sure, I've been dragging this blanket of goods all across the desert.
I need to hear 3 voices if I'm going to let 3 people in.
Yeah, we got skills to put. We got skills we can do.
I can tell your fortune if you want.
We got a fortune teller, but
I bet she's not as good as me.
if you guys are looking for work, we might have some.
Oh well, I'm
Yeah,
interested.
what do you?
As long as I can get some drink and some food.
Yeah, just some food and water, and we'll do pretty much anything at this point.
Except for that.
We're going to let you in. Don't try anything funny.
All right.
I'm gonna raise my hands, non-defensive, in a very non-offensive manner. I'm like, okay, all good.
A loud, obnoxiously loud metal on metal on metal sound of a chain cranking as this door raises up. And it jams and stops and starts a bunch of times. It's not being done by a machine. This sounds like people inside pulling a chain. But the door itself is so tweaked and old and broken that it keeps jamming. So they pull it up, and eventually it's high enough. And when it's just high enough for you to duck and get in, which whoever's the tallest of you might have to duck a little to get in. That's where they stop it.
All right.
Well, it's definitely not me. I'm small-ish.
Yeah, I'm not that tall.
All
So I
right.
guess like.
Yeah, I thought it was probably Ruby.
All right, I walk in.
Even without the heels.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys walk in, and the first thing you see is a little village made out of adobe hovels, highlighted with like a window that is framed with a hubcap, and like an awning on someone's front door that's like the hood of a car. Somewhere someone has made their entire house out of a storage unit, and but for the most part they have literally made their homes and their places of business here out of adobe, out of just mud, which is honestly not that uncommon in the wasteland because it does pretty well with temperatures. So you guys, that's the first thing you see. The second thing you see is about a dozen guns pointed at you. And if you were to stop and think about it, you probably realize that the reason they didn't let you in right away was because they were getting everyone.
And I say, whoa, relax. We're just trying to get some food, some drink. Yeah, they said that you might have some work we could do.
It's quite the small army you've got here. Yeah, we're not here to hurt anybody. We're just hungry and looking to help others.
A guy hops down off the wall. You couldn't see him when you were outside, but this is clearly the person that was up there shouting to you. He's about 35. He's wearing basically full on like Mad Max Road Warrior armor. And he walks out in front of you and says, "My name's Rory Gig. I'm the mayor. You said you have skills?
Yeah.
Of what sort?"
She can scrap stuff. He can think stuff, and I can punch stuff.
That's funny. I can do all 3 of those things.
Yeah, but you ain't going to be able to do any of them as well as each of us can.
I'm quite good at fixing things too.
Interesting. Well, I want you to know about about us here. We are not hostile folk.
Could have fooled me.
We have met hostile folk. And if you're not that kind of folk, then you're welcome here.
All I have is this glowy staff. You don't have to worry about me.
As long as you aren't eating people, I'm happy to be here.
You hear Mud River's voice from somewhere just laughing. You'll have to just ignore Mud River. That's my daughter. So, how'd you get here? Where'd you come from?
We just came from
I
the.
point back the way we came and go that way.
Yeah, we've been traveling for I don't know how long now, weeks, months, just trying to find a place to settle. So it's a fucking hell zone out there.
He is gonna walk up to you slowly, and Samantha, he's gonna reach down for your canteen, pick it up, shake it, hear that it's empty, and then he's gonna turn and look at all of his guys, just tell them to lower their weapons. Say, all right. We don't really have any extra places to sleep, but I guess we're not going to send you back out there. I don't think I've ever seen anybody come straight across the wasteland like that.
It wasn't easy. I'm sorry, what was your name, sir?
Rurigig.
Rurigig. Yeah, it wasn't easy. We came across a couple of places we thought were cities, but they turned out to just be hills.
Yeah.
Well,
and Mr. Gig, we've been sleeping in the dirt for days, so if you could just find a corner for us to crawl up into, we'll be all right.
Well, one thing we've got a lot of is corners to crawl into. It's more or less what the whole town is.
Steve, earlier you told me that there was like a feeling of something weird happening. In what direction was that again?
At the time, it was to your north, but you've since traveled north.
Yes.
So it's still a little north, but it's kind of atmospheric. You're really in it.
Okay.
But it's not coming from here. It's not like this town is the source of it. It's just that this town is within it.
I just want to ask him if he's felt anything weird lately, or has anything weird happened lately. Any strange things going on around here that seem unnatural to you?
He frowns. Why do you ask?
I just got a feeling. I got kind of a knack for this thing, you know?
He squints at you a little. You a weirdling?
People have called me weird, but not a weirdling.
You got miasma powers?
I would say I got like feeling powers. But if you want to call it miasma, sure.
Matt's here. Welcome to the chat. Who's winning? Everybody's winning. It's the winningest kind of day.
I'm just saying. It's just when I was coming up here, I kind of felt something strange. Not really in here, but around. Have you been seeing anything strange lately?
There's a long silence after you say that. And then you hear someone scream from the other side of the town, Ariel! And a few people take off running that direction.
Wait, what did they say? What was the scream?
They screamed Ariel.
Ariel. Oh, okay. Be like, do they need help?
Yeah, can we help Mr. Gig? What can we do?
I'm not sure. Ariel is one of our folk. She disappeared a few days ago.
I run towards that direction to see what the commotion's about.
Everyone sort of follows,
Yeah.
and what you find on the other side of town is a large cavern opening where they've built another wall. Like this is the other gate to the town, but it goes to underground. And you see sort of staggering out of the cavern, which you can kind of see this even without scaling the wall, because one of the buses has intact plexiglass windows that you can see through here. Coming out of the cavern, wake up, Ruby. Coming out of the cavern is a young woman who is sort of slack-jawed and dead-eyed and walking with no particular sense of direction, kind of aimlessly, just not staggering, but shambling out of the cavern.
I'm gonna like try to like feel what's going on in her brain right now. Like, is she conscious, or is she like sleepwalking? Or I want to try to figure out what's going on.
No roll required. There is nothing going on in her brain.
Oh, yeah. And I say, is that Ariel?
Ruri Gig is up on the wall looking across. He's near enough for you to address like that. He says, "It was." And she eventually reaches the window that you're looking through. It's two windows because you're looking through the bus. She reaches the other side and starts sort of slapping it, just rhythmically, just like she's trying to get to you and the other people watching through there. And this older woman is saying, "Let her in! Let her back in!" And they're trying to pull her away and tell her no.
What's wrong with her?
Normally,
What'd you say, Ruby?
she act like that, like motioning at the girl on the other side of the bus. She act like that normally?
No. People have been going away and coming back like that. How much, Ruby, how much do you think that you have done? How much traveling do you think you've done in the wasteland? Is this your first big trip, or have you been around a bit?
No, I think Ruby's still pretty young, but I think he's been around the bend a few times.
Okay.
Like, not so much from like personal choice. He tends to get booted out of places after he stirs up enough trouble.
Sounds very Ruby. Yeah, so you have seen this kind of thing before. This kind of creature. In the place that you were last in, they called them Romeros. And they are basically people with nothing left going on upstairs that just sort of walk around and attack and kill and eat people.
Yeah, I mean, what she looks like to me is what the nerds at the last place I lived at called some kind of movie reference, I guess. Some kind of reference. They were fucking nerds. But, nothing going on up here. and all they want to do is get at you and eat you.
Take that, Scotty, you fucking nerd.
And
yeah.
Honestly, the best like you can do for her is just to put her down, because that's all she's gonna do.
The older woman who by this time is very obviously Ariel's mother hears you say that and starts screaming and crying. But you can tell that it is born of understanding that you're right and not wanting to accept that. Because as Ruri Gig has just said, this is not the first time this has happened. He says to you, yeah, you're not wrong. The first couple we let back in and they had to be put down. It's a disturbing thing. These are our neighbors, our friends.
Yeah, they're your neighbors, your friends. That must be a terrible thing for you to have to do.
Kane asks Ruby, do we know what causes this to happen? Did the nerds tell you how this happens?
Ruby, in the last place where you heard about this, it was caused by not something that, like a disease or something that happens, but it was actually people who'd already been killed. If they were exposed to a large amount of rads, would sometimes get back up and behave this way. They were usually pretty fresh. It was not like full-on rotten corpses, but sometimes the dead would walk, is what you were told.
Yeah, I mean, I passed that info on, and repeat myself, that must be a terrible thing for you to have to do, to put your own people down.
While you are saying this a second time, you do hear the gunshot ring out, and Ariel drops. A man up on the wall lowers a rifle.
Such a shame. You said you've had how many others, Mr. Mayor?
4 from here in town.
Oh.
There's the ruins of Old Tahoe on the other side of these hills. There's some people that live there. Last we heard, they'd lost 15 the same way.
Is that where Ariel went?
Yeah.
To the ruins?
She was on her way to Old Tahoe, yeah. We trade with them some.
But somewhere along the way, this happened to her.
Yeah, and she wasn't traveling alone either. She had 3 men with her.
Are those men here? Are they also missing?
They're not here. We might see them soon. I hope they're not like her. But if this happened to her, we can assume it might have happened to them too, or they're dead.
Well, this sounds like a job to me. Samantha, Ruby, you want to get to the bottom of this?
I would be more than happy.
Like that?
I think maybe some food, water, and maybe some sleep before we go.
You folks are keen to investigate this?
Hell, if you fill up my stomach right now, I'll frankly do anything.
Yeah, we're kind of stupid like that.
Yeah, we'd like to earn our keep somehow, but if there was something easier to do, sure. But this seems to be the most immediate problem for you also. We've got a knack for survival, as you said. We just crossed the waste We're here.
Well, if you're the mercenary sort, then you're the only ones in town who are, so we'll take you up on that, and if you can get to the bottom of this and stop it, and you're welcome here for the rest of your lives.
Well, in addition to that, Ruby drops down her broken, her busted pump and says, I also want these fixed by the time we get back.
He looks at him. Are these your only shoes?
Yeah? You got others like them?
Can't say as we do. Maybe over in Old Tahoe, but this is... You want these fixed by the time you get back? You're going to go out barefoot?
Yeah?
I mean, we can get you some boots, probably.
I mean, boots that are going to go with all this?
Well, I can see that you have a very specific sense of fashion, and I respect that.
I'm mildly shocked.
But I have to say, it doesn't seem particularly functional to go fighting whatever turns people into this in heels.
Yeah, Ruby.
Sir, those are the finest in combat attire. I have learned from just the most quality of pre-miasma sources.
But you walk on sand and stuff with these.
Yeah.
I never did figure out the trick of that.
Well, it shouldn't take too long to fix these. Maybe we can eat something, have some food, and by the time we're ready to go out, they'll probably be ready, right?
Maybe if you guys want to spend the night, maybe. Mud River! She comes scampering out from somewhere on all fours. Go fix the gentleman's shoes, please. And she scampers off with them again, with a look in her eyes like they're hers now.
Is that your child or is that your pet?
I'm going to let that one go this time. She's a little of both.
Fair enough.
She does what I tell her.
That's good.
So what's on the menu? And you see Kane like rubbing his hands together.
Well, we got snake.
Oh.
We got cactus. And we have something that we believe is unique to our area of the wasteland, snake cactus.
What? No iguana? I really like some barbecued iguana, but that snake sounds good. I eat some snake.
Iguanas are hard to come by around here. We do sometimes get a Gila monster, but they're hard to eat safely.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, you serve me up some snakes, some cactus. Oh gosh, anything right now. You hear my stomach go at the mention of food.
Let's see what we can find. And so what you guys experience at this point is this isn't like a tavern or an inn situation. This is just people living here. So it's more like asking around, seeing who has stuff to spare. There are a few people who are clearly in charge of like getting food for everyone. And so they go to there first, but eventually some grub is rustled up and you guys are able to eat. More or less the town eats together. They don't have one big table, but it's sort of a walk and talk situation. Everyone's fascinated by newcomers, as is often the case in small towns in any era. And yeah, you know the sense of sadness and loss is not erased by the fascination with newcomers. And you meet a number of people who've lost their close loved ones, and of course everyone has lost their neighbors. But also, they're not particularly scarred by it because it's the wasteland and people die of all kinds of things. So you're being fed, and there's not an instant trust, but people are willing to feed you and help you out just on the grounds that you're hungry and thirsty, which is more than you get from a lot of communities in the wasteland. So, and the fact that you're offering to do them a service doesn't hurt.
Is there sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Was there an opportunity for me to like fix anything anybody has while they're gathering the food together and be like, that thing there looks broke. Let me take a look at it. That kind of.
Yeah, there's actually a water pump. There's a number of water pumps, but there's one that's broken, and it's like old-timey hand pump situation. Yeah, if you want to try and cobble that together, you can absolutely give that a roll. I'm going to roll 1.
To set a difficulty.
Mm-hmm. It's a 2.
Oh, all right. Well, I have a boon in repair, so I got 2 6s rolling, 6 and a 3.
Yeah, nice.
Fixing a water pump, not hard. It's not. It doesn't even have an engine.
Fetch me a piece of tin about this long, and I don't know if you got like a something I can jab a hole in it with.
Okay, yeah, they get it together, and it takes you about half an hour to get it exactly right. It's working better than it was before, according to them.
Sweet.
As Samantha's doing that, I want to talk to the town fortune teller, because he mentioned they had a fortune teller.
Yeah.
So I want to talk to her.
It's a guy.
Okay, guy. Talk to him. Yeah.
He's missing his right eye and his right ear, and that whole side of his face is scarred up.
So right away when I meet him, can I tell if he's a weirdling or not?
I'll let you. I'll set a difficulty of 3 for that if you want to roll for it. I'm not even going to resist. I'll just set it at 3.
All right. Got a 6 on the die.
Nah. Nope. He's a regular ass fortune teller out here. If he has any powers, they're fully supernatural. They're nothing like yours. More than likely, he's a con artist.
I kind of look at him and I just say, "What are you doing, man?"
Eating?
No. What? Why are you lying to these people?
About what?
About everything.
Man, I just met you. What are you talking about?
Does he have like cards or anything he uses for fortune telling?
Yeah, he's got cards, and like there's like 3 tarot cards, and then some of them, the rest of them are clearly from like actual card decks, like playing cards, and then there's a few that he's just drawn.
I'm gonna grab 3 random cards. I'm gonna put them face down. I'm gonna point out one. I'm gonna be like, "What's this one?"
5 of hearts.
And this one?
Death card.
And as I'm saying this, I'm seeing what the cards are with my mind. Are they actually them?
Yeah.
So he can obviously see through the cards, right? Because he doesn't have any powers.
He doesn't have any powers.
Yeah.
Not a weirdling.
So I look at this one.
What's that? Oh, you point to another one?
Yeah.
He tells you what it is. He's
Okay.
correct.
All right.
He gets all of them. If you're going to keep doing that, he's going to get all of them. Yeah.
Okay. And then I say, okay, cool. And then I grab one more card from his deck. But as I'm doing that, I switch it with one of my cards. And I put it down like this. I say, okay, how about this one?
That's your card.
Yeah. So.
You think I don't know what my own cards look like?
Yeah, but if you're a real fortune teller, you should know what this is. If you don't want me telling everybody here what you're doing, you better get out of here.
What is it that you think I'm doing?
I'm thinking you're making a fortune here.
He looks confusedly back at his ramshackle hut and then over to you. Off of what?
Off of these people's beliefs. What do you tell them? You tell them that they're gonna have a good year, a good day.
I have never once said that.
And what do you tell them?
Would you like a reading?
I'm gonna, you know, I'm gonna have him humor me for a second. I'm gonna be like, sure.
So he gathers up all his cards and tosses them onto a little side table, which immediately collapses. He says, "Give me your hand."
So I kind of like wipes his hand a little bit, and he goes, "Here."
He takes your hand and he grabs it and looks at it like he's gonna read your palm, but then instead he starts sort of like pushing your fingers until your knuckles crack.
Oh, ow!
Man, I don't know how you people go so long without doing that.
Cracking knuckles. Ouch.
Doesn't it feel better?
Yeah, sure. Was that your fortune to crack my knuckles?
Nah. I'll tell you this. You're the kind of guy who doesn't trust anything he can't see with his eyes or with his mind. Now, you told me that walking up.
Right.
Here's your future. You're going to leave through that gate tomorrow. And if you do, go looking for whatever is harming our friends. You're going to die.
How sure are you about that?
Well, if I'm wrong, I owe you a free fortune.
How about we up the ante a little bit? If you're wrong, I become the new fortune teller here.
Are you under the impression that I make money or something?
No, but I don't like people telling lies.
I happen to believe in what I do. If you don't want to listen, just go hang out over there with Jack. He doesn't listen to me either.
Okay. Can I like can I get a sense of like this guy's intentions in his mind? Like does he work here for like just to work here, or is he trying to like make money? Like what is it, greed?
Obviously, he's trying to make money.
Yeah, money.
This guy.
But,
Okay, so
but if there's no money here, why would he be here? You know,
he just lives here. This is just where he lives. Yeah, like looking at this guy's hands and the state of his house and everything, you realize this guy just works like everyone else here works. He just also happens to like tell fortunes.
Okay. All right. I say, okay, well, thank you for the fortune, I guess. But here. I wanna use my fortune cards. I want to give him a fortune.
Okay.
A free fortune, yeah. What do you want to know, friend?
I'd like to know why it is that strangers from out of nowhere think they got to come in here and tell people what to do.
That's a bit too easy. Well,
No, that's what I'd like to know.
all right. I'm gonna draw like 3 cards. And I'm gonna show them.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try to see in his mind how he first got to this place, first got to this village.
Okay. You got to beat a 1, so I guess just don't roll a 1.
Okay. 2. Thank God.
So you're reading his mind, and he cannot remember anything before this. He's been here since childhood. You get a vague sense that he may have come here from somewhere else when he was very young. But this man has lived here his whole life.
What about his does he have any family here?
Yes. He has a wife, and you feel that he's lost a son. But on a roll of 2 against a 1, that's all you're going to get.
So his question was, why do people come here and ask people to tell them what to do?
Yeah.
And I say, well, my cards tell me that, sometimes there are people that just want to make a living and survive. I'm sure that's what you and your family do, right? You and your wife and your son.
I hope to see you when you get back. And he turns away. He's done talking to you.
All right. Okay. All right. Well, I'm ready to go to bed if you guys want to do anything else.
Yeah, I mean, I figure Ruby was trying to clean up this whole time, do what
It's
he
not
could
an easy task in the wasteland, but
yeah, but do what he can.
They have some things for trade. They have sort of standard gear and weapons if you guys want to look for anything. There is actually someone here who specializes in weapons.
Well, I don't really have a need for firearms. I mean, but an extra pistol would be nice, I guess. Do they got any pistols?
He's got one. Bullets? Well, let me roll for it. Actually, there's a mechanic in this hack for rolling to see if something's in stock. So let me see here. So have in stock, I got a meter beat the H roll, and the S roll is how much it costs. So you're looking for a pistol. Wait, where'd the weapons go? Sorry, I'm skipping this thing.
Page 8.
Oh, there it is. Yeah. Yeah, he's got a pistol. He's got one pistol. Cobbled. Oh, actually, no. He's got a benchmark pistol. Which means it's been looted from an ancient cache or created by a skilled crafter. So this is a really good pistol that will not break or jam if you roll a 1.
Damn.
Where a cobbled weapon would do that.
Maybe you should. I'm gonna say to Ruby, maybe you should get that pistol. Looks almost brand new.
That's gonna go
looking for a nice shotgun.
My friend, I will get to that in a second after I tell you that the pistol is going to cost 6 scratch.
Let's see, how much do I have? Do you want that pistol, Ruby, or you want a shotgun?
There is a shotgun here. And it is not just any shotgun. This man has cobbled together an SMG submachine gun with a shotgun to create an automatic shotgun.
Man, this guy's like a weapon master over here.
Say, I've got 2 scratch I could loan you, but that's all I got.
This is gonna cost 20 scratch.
Damn.
But it's got a boon to attack at near range, and it's gonna crit on a 5 or a 6.
Hey, Ruby, you want to just sell your gun and maybe get this gun at a discount?
So, yeah, Ruby's looking at this Ruby is looking at this shotgun with nothing but avarice.
Yeah,
he wants this gun. Hey, so pulls out cobbled pistol, puts it down.
Okay.
And 7 slugs, spark.
Scratch. They're called scratch now.
There we go. 7 scratch.
That'll get you halfway there.
What do you want for the rest of it? What can I do for you for the rest of it? You need someone punched? You need someone cut down before their prime? These are things I'm good at.
He looks down at your cobbled pistol and your 7 scratch. He picks up his auto shotgun. Says, I put a lot of time and effort into this.
Yeah, I can tell. It's gorgeous.
I hear you're going out to do us all a little bit of a favor. He puts his hand on your pistol and your scratch. Let's call this a loan with collateral. And he hands it across to you. So you come back, you can either pay the rest of it, or we'll trade back.
Ruby gets a bit of an idiot expression on his face. Pulls out his pistol bullet pouch.
Mm-hmm.
Drops it on whatever we're passing stuff across.
It's a folding table. It's a plastic folding table.
Yeah. You wouldn't happen to have a shotgun ammo pouch.
He slaps that down in place of your pistol ammo pouch, yeah.
Please and thank you.
Nice.
Anything anyone else wants to do?
I'm good to go. Sleep it off.
Yeah, I think after all that, I'm gonna try to get some sleep and prepare for the mission.
All right, so we're gonna take a break for the night in game, and we're gonna take a break for 10 minutes in real life. We will come back after our break and begin the quest for the source of the Romeros. Alan G has raised a hand. That was interesting. Yeah, so something happened in the Google Meet. Alan's playing with buttons. But we'll see you guys in 10 minutes. It's 9:53 here in California, so we'll be back at 10:03 roughly. We're not setting a timer, but we'll see you in 10 minutes for more EZD6 Wasted World.
Yay.
Thanks for watching.
Be right back.
Welcome back to Tales from the Backlog. Still playing EZD6 Wasted World. Yes, there's the game. Buy it. It's great. I know everybody wants a new game these days. This should be one of your options. Get it. Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah, it's been one of our options. We've got nothing but options over here. So you wake up the following morning. You are woken by the rays of the sun, as is commonplace in a world without too much electricity.
So it's like going on like 11 a.m. or noon?
No, the sun is reflecting
'Cause,
off.
I mean, we're like surrounded by stuff.
Yeah, you're in the
We're like in
shade.
that little valley with like
Yeah.
a wall in front of it.
Yeah, you're in the shade for sure, but it's also now daytime. You're not being hit by direct sunlight, but you are awakened by sunlight. And so the light first, but even as the light hits you, you are becoming aware of other things, sounds of people in the town milling about, collecting water from the dew that has formed overnight. They have these apparatuses set up to collect and funnel water into buckets, and they're changing out the buckets for the next day and pouring water into canisters and starting to, get the day started. It's noisy. Everything's made of metal or hard plastic, so it's noisy. You've got your brand new auto shotgun. You've got
We got
Samantha's got, or no, Ruby has bare feet, and
Ruby will manage.
No, but no, they said they would maybe be able to fix it before we left, right?
yeah, but you wake up with bare feet.
No.
Yeah.
And when you wake up, Ruri Gig is there. Well, he's not standing over you, but he comes by as you're waking up. Says, "You guys still keen to go?"
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we're doing, right?
All right. Well, good luck. And Mr. Ruby, you might want these. He holds out your pumps, and you can see they are somehow good as new. You can't even see the seam. And they're clean too. They've been cleaned. So he says, "I'm sorry. I know it's not the best.
Up to how good these look.
I'm sorry. I know it's not the best job. I told Mud River to do what she can, but she gets lazy sometimes."
No, these look. These are almost going to look too good for my feet.
Nice.
Let's flip them on.
Your daughter's got some skills there.
Well, that's very
Mr.
kind
B?
of you to say. Well, I don't know what directions to give you, except to tell you, head into the cavern. It's a pretty straight shot. There used to be an old highway tunnel that went through there. And a few miles on the other side, you'll find Old Tahoe. You'll see the ruins of an old city from the old world, but there's an encampment there now. And the people there, they're good folk. Everyone we've lost was either going to or coming from there. So whatever you can find out, that's where you'll find it.
All right.
You know, I'm just having a thought. If we're reaching there, is there anything we can say to them to just let them know we're coming from here?
You got that shotgun Gus made you?
Yeah.
Flip it over. Show him his seal.
They won't think I took this from him in an untoward manner. It is a gorgeous gun.
Yeah, you're right. They might think that, but it does seem unlikely. He gestures around at all the people in town walking around strapped.
Okay.
Well, we are three badasses. You just never know, I say jokingly.
Yes, I suppose it's possible that they'll think you wiped out an entire town and took just a shotgun. But, that's between you and them.
All right. Yeah, let's get a move on, fellas.
All right.
Go find ourselves some Romeros.
Out you go through the gate. On the east side, you head through the hills. This is, like he said, it's an old highway tunnel. The construction at the entrance has been so eroded and broken up by the ages that you can't even see the street anymore. You thought it was a natural cavern when you first saw it. But once you're in a little ways, it does indeed appear to be asphalt under your feet. Of course, this tunnel's a couple miles long, and there are no lights. So you're going to have to provide your own. You guys have anything for that?
I have a
Don't we have a
lighter.
glowing staff?
Can make a torch.
Yeah, my glowing staff. Yeah, my glowing
All right.
cobble staff. Yeah.
Your glowing staff. All right.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. That's enough
Bring
to
it
see
up,
where
I'm
you're
like,
going.
"Shh." Now, I guess I'll lead the way.
Well, I think I will go ahead and make a torch. Cobble one together with some fabric or a piece of metal or something.
Cool. Yeah, no roll required for that. That's an easy thing to do. Any random person can put some cloth on the end of a stick and soak it in oil. So, yeah. You guys begin traveling through the long, dark tunnel to Old Tahoe. Every so often, maybe every 100 yards or so, you pass by a little alcove on one wall or the other. Occasionally, these alcoves have doors in them. Closed doors.
But did he tell us to go? He just said to go down
Straight through.
straight
Yeah,
through.
that's what he
right?
said, yeah.
I mean, I figure we go straight through. I mean, unless one of these doors pings something weird for you, Kane, I figure we let them be.
Yeah. Do I get a
So if
feeling?
more trouble.
Yeah. As we pass these doors, do I get a feeling like anything strange behind these doors?
I won't say the doors themselves trip anything, but if you're paying attention to your sort of sense of the wrongness of this region, it is getting thicker and heavier the further you go through this tunnel.
Okay, but not by these doors.
No, just as before, it's really not a location specific thing where you can pinpoint a direction. But since you did say that you're paying attention to that, you're noticing that it's getting stronger as you're going forward.
No, I'm gonna just say no. Right now, I can just feel like it's getting stronger as we go forward. I don't really think there's a need.
Well, you know me, I'm really tempted to look behind this door, see if I can't find anything useful, but I can look on the way back.
Well, this isn't a dictatorship. Do y'all want to check them doors?
There may be more trouble than they're worth.
I kind of want to get to the...
Like, we get maybe halfway through this tunnel. How many doors have we seen?
Oh God, what did I say? The tunnel's a mile long, and there's one every 100 yards.
Dang.
Somebody math it.
We'll have a look later. Let's go complete our mission.
Yeah. I rather get to these ruins first, and then we can check.
I will say, occasionally there's one where the door is broken off. And if you would like, you can look in those
I
without.
mean, if we
going
look
in.
in one that's like that's busted off, like what do we see behind it?
Yeah, I'll peek in one of those for sure. Just
In that one, you see an empty room with no other exit. It looks like people have slept in there from time to time, like travelers who don't make it all the way through the tunnel before they get, nightfall and they need to sleep. The remains of a fire, things like that. As far as the purpose of the room originally, your best guess is that it was something to do with maintenance on the highway that ran through here. Maybe they needed this room to keep stuff in or something. You don't know.
Keep moving.
Yeah.
When you turn away from this empty room to continue moving through the tunnel, you hear a human voice, but it is not making a human sound. Coming from beyond the range of the glow of your staff and your torch, up ahead in the direction you were moving.
I'll be like, and I'll be like, again, is it like the brainless thing I felt from the girl? Same thing, right?
You detect no brain activity ahead of you.
And I say, it's those mindless. It's more the mindless.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna take my torch and I'm gonna throw it in that direction as hard as I can and retrieve my baseball bat. Arm myself.
The torch flies forward and it clatters to the ground in the midst of what in this low light appears to be a horde of Romeros walking towards you. You can't tell how many. It could be 10, it could be 100. The light is not sufficient to that.
In front of us, right?
Yep.
Oh.
Great.
No, I say no. We have to push forward. And as I say push forward, I'm going to use force push.
Okay, we are going to enter combat here.
Yeah.
Go ahead and. So I believe in this game, you guys, we just have you guys go first, and then the enemies go. In terms of
and then we go in whatever order we want as a team. Yeah.
So what? So that's it. Who would like to go first?
Well, if you guys don't mind, I could try to push them first with a force push, and then maybe Ruby can go next with some fire or whatever you want to do. And Samantha, I'm not sure what do you want to do.
I'm gonna go in swinging.
Okay.
Yeah. So
bullets are hard to come by, so I ain't using those unless I have to.
The action economy here is you get a move, a turn action, which is probably attack or cast a spell or cast a psychic thing or whatever, and then a free action, which can be anything simple like picking something up or using an object.
Okay. Actually, okay. All right, I got an even better idea.
Okay. What are you gonna do?
Okay, so above us, is there any is it just like the ceiling of the because you said it used to be like a freeway, right?
Yeah.
freeway?
So if you're going to look up,
Yeah.
and I'll go ahead and assume this isn't the first time you've looked up in this whole journey.
Yeah.
You see mostly just flat concrete ceiling, but of course it's cracked with wear, and occasionally there are air vents and fans, and there are the remains of old light fixtures as well.
All right. I think I'm gonna try to use my force to 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 dislodge some of this concrete and make it fall on top of them.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay.
Mhm.
That's cool. I like that. I am going to roll. To break concrete is going to be hard, so I'm going to roll 3 dice to resist that.
Okay.
My highest is a 5.
Okay. Oh, I'm gonna also roll 3 dice.
All right.
Hold on. And I'm just making sure I don't have anything else that can help me out with this. I do have swirling attack. I don't know if that helps with this.
I haven't read
That's
that
a
one. What's
melee
it?
thing.
It's a melee thing, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like when you're in. It's
Okay.
Yeah, it can attack
Yeah,
all
you-
targets next to you in melee.
Okay. Yeah, your psychic ability can't really be assisted by anything else, especially if you're already spending 3 dice on it.
All right. Okay. Come on. So it's just individual, right?
Well, what did you roll any ones?
No ones, but I did get a 5 and a 3 and a 4.
Okay, well the 5. All you need is the 5. The 5 meets the 5 that I rolled. So
Attacker wins?
yeah, well it's meet or beat. Yeah. So you
Yes. Yes,
you reach up with your mind to the cracked and broken concrete above and just yank it down. Your near atrophied mind, restless from wandering the wasteland for so long with nothing to do, you crack the stone and it begins to cave in on all these Romeros. I am going to say these guys take 2 strikes to kill. So I'm going to go ahead and roll 2d6. 3 of them are dead outright.
Mhm.
4 of them have taken a strike.
Nice. Okay. And I go, all right, you're next.
Ruby, you want to take a shot before I rush in, or?
I mean, I was kind of thinking of rushing in myself. Like so, rabble rouser. Like, about how many did Kane take out?
He took out 3 completely, and he injured 4 more. And you guys aren't sure how many there are in total because of the lighting situation, but it's a good. It seems like a good chunk of them were hit by stone.
Okay.
I'm feeling lucky. So
Like, are those 4 kind of close to each other?
Yes.
So I could like rush in and be close to all of them.
Yes.
Cool, I'm doing that.
All right.
And I'm going to melee attack them with my cobbled together sword.
All right.
So, out of curiosity, when what is this thing called? Swirling attack, when I can attack all targets next to me in melee, do I have to attack them all individually?
That's a good question. I'm gonna say no because it makes sense for it to be no in this case.
Okay.
You can just roll ones.
Okay.
you have a boon to your melee attack, so you'd roll 2 dice.
Yeah.
Okay, sweet. I, on the other hand, will be rolling 1.
And you need to hit 3 or higher to hit them.
I got a 4 and a 2.
All right. Well, you hit them, and that's a whirling attack. So you chop down all 4 of those that were already hurt, because these are 2-strike enemies. And now that you are over here closer to the light of the torch that Samantha threw earlier, you can see that there are 3 remaining unharmed Romeros.
I point in their direction, go, there's 3, it looks like there's just 3 more right there.
Well, I am going to run up, and in those last few feet, you kind of just go like half skipping step to wind up the bat and go for a headshot on one.
Okay, go ahead and roll it, 3 or higher.
Yay, a 5.
Okay, well, you whacked him down pretty good. He's still got a strike left, and there are 3 of these guys now in proximity to you there, Samantha. So the first one is going to attack you. He has rolled a 5. So he hits you. You're going to take a strike.
Okay, this is why I'm confused. I've got an armor rating of 6.
Oh, I think armor is different in this, isn't it?
No, isn't it just like you've got to roll that 6?
Yeah, you roll an armor save, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you get a 6, you can ignore the strike.
Okay, but since I have a +1 for having junk armor, does that not make it a 5? That's where I was confused.
I think that means it's a boon.
Hold on. Where's...
Okay.
This might be... Yeah, we'll have to submit this as a
All right,
question
well,
to Sky.
I will roll 2 dice for my armor save.
I think that's what it is.
I rolled 2 2s. I need how much to save?
You need...
You roll. What'd you roll on the attack?
Hold on. Let me look up the rules on the armor saves real quick, because I have forgotten. I read all this yesterday and was like, "Oh, this is so simple," and now I was just reading the armor saves.
Yeah, I don't recall either. It's been a moment.
Okay, so armor allows heroes to make an armor save after each strike they take. A successful roll avoids 1 strike. The hero who is hit takes a strike from any armor save they fail. If you are hit with multiple strikes of damage, you make a roll for each strike point. It doesn't actually say what you need to roll on the armor save.
No, because that's so in basic EZD6, as with this, the armors, it's part of your, there's like heavy, which is save 3+.
Gotcha.
Or 4+, 3+ with shield. Then there's like medium, probably light. Yeah, like light.
Okay, so what we're looking at is we need to look at the equipment, not at the general armor save rule.
Yeah, see, I have junk armor, which is a +1 armor. But it's part of the scrapper's stat block, and it's just listed as 6. I didn't know if that +1 was already incorporated. Just confused.
I'll say that, yeah, I think that you're right. You've changed my mind on that, but you still only rolled a 2. So
yeah, I could spend some karma to protect.
Yeah, you can spend
the
karma to get it up to 5 if you would like. But that would be all 3 of your karma.
I've got 6 based on an inclination.
Oh, that's right.
I think I will go ahead and take that hit, though.
Okay.
For now, and save my karma just in case it gets worse.
Okay.
I have a question. What are the range bands?
It's very vague.
I'm aware of that.
It's basically just it's just near and far, basically.
Okay.
It's near, far, or not fucking here.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's all I was looking for.
Yep. That's all it
And
is.
I could not find a reference to it beyond the gear list.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's all it is. Near, far, or nothing. So when Kane pulled the roof down, that would have been far. Melee range is near, more or less. You can move from near to far in a move action.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so that Romero struck at you, Samantha. I'm going to have the next one do the same. He whiffs it. The next one is actually going to go after Kane. And that's a hit on Kane. You can go ahead and roll an armor save.
So my armor is 6. So I have to get a 6?
Yeah.
Actually, I'm going to use precognition. As a free action, avoid a strike that hits. And the attacker hits themselves with a 4+. No roll, psycho roll needed.
Okay. I saw that ability, and I want to talk to Scotty about it because it has no usage limitation, which is weird. Because you can just choose to not get hit every time. But
there's probably some sort of limit to it. I'm guessing once per encounter, maybe.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and say that. That's what makes sense to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can use that for sure. And he hits himself.
Yeah.
And so he's missing a strike because he did roll a 6 when he attacked you. So that'll be the same roll that I use on himself.
Okay.
So he just comes at you and goes, "Ugh!"
I'm gonna say I saw that coming.
He's mindless and no longer understands language, but you can see him just shake his head. All right, you guys are up. So there's now 2 of them in melee range with Samantha and 1 in melee with Kane.
Okay, I'm gonna let you guys go first.
Yeah, I think Samantha's probably a little more in trouble, so I'm gonna rush up to her.
Okay.
And oh yeah, okay. So, and I just want to get like a use out of this shotgun, so I'm gonna. Samantha, did you hit one of those?
I did, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the one you didn't hit, I'm gonna shoot that one.
All right.
So I've got 1 die plus 1 die for Boone with ranged weapons, plus 1 die for the
auto shotgun's Boone on close range.
On near range.
Right, near range. And it crits on a 5 or 6.
Does it?
Yeah, well, because I made this by combining qualities of the SMG and the shotgun. So that's why this was my homebrew.
Okay. Ooh. So I got a 2 and 2 5s.
You can, spend a karma to push one of those 5s up, and then you can roll again to confirm the crit. Or it's crits on 5. I'm sorry. That's right.
Crits. You've already critted, and I guess since we're in combat, I'm not going to do what I did for Kane earlier and just let it count as already confirmed. But I will say, go ahead and roll again to confirm. If you roll a 5 or a 6 again with 1 die, then what you've done is you've done 2 strikes of damage.
Yeah, I got another 5.
So with your auto shotgun, you run up, blam blam, and you immediately kill the previously unharmed Romero.
Yay! It went splatto.
It went splatto.
I am enthusiastic in my swing this time. Let's hope it hits.
All right.
That's a 4. Whoop-de-doo.
You've hit him.
All right. Well, at least there's...
Hey.
Yeah, so you take that one down. The only one remaining is the one next to Kane. And yeah, just to clarify the crit thing, normally you only crit on a 6. But if you roll the crit, of course you hit. But then if you roll, what you do is you roll again, and if you get the 6 again, or in your case a 5 and 6, then it means you've done an extra strike of damage. And you can actually keep rolling, but you didn't need to because he only had 2 strikes of health. What will you do, Kane?
There's how many are left?
Just the one. Just the one that you already hurt, or just the one that already hurt itself.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do. I'm just gonna grab him with my force power and throw him against the wall.
Okay. He's gonna resist that with 1 die. He's rolled a 1. Just you roll, and as long as you don't hit a 1, you will do it.
I got a 6 and a 5.
You smash him to bits.
And I say, "Oh, John Romero, I get it now."
Wait, isn't that the Doom guy?
Yeah.
George Romero is the zombie guy.
Yeah, no, I said it wrong on purpose.
I was wondering.
I could have put my bat on my shoulder and I walked back. As you said, John Romero.
yeah, that's what you guys meant, right?
I think, my uncle was telling me about those old movies. I think it's George.
Yeah. You guys, from your perspective, this is like arguing about Mozart versus Chopin. It's just like so long ago. Yeah, so you guys have turned away from this empty room. You see this horde of zombies coming towards you. Immediately, Samantha throws a torch. Kane drops a ceiling on them, and the both of you two just rush in, lay waste. One shotgun blast bangs out twice, and they're dead. And the last thing that happens is Kane just goes, and one of them splats against the wall. Nice. And that's it. In just a second or two, you've erased 10 Romeros from the world.
Yes.
And also clogged up the one tunnel between the 2 towns. But,
Right. They can send people in to clear the debris.
Yeah, you can get around it. You can get around it.
I say easy work. Let's keep going.
Is there anything of value on these things?
No, there isn't. In fact, the utter lack of any sort of gear or money or weapons on the Romeros is suggestive in itself. Whatever happened to these people wasn't some random environmental effect that they came on by accident. Someone has taken stuff off of them.
Okay.
Yeah, it's suspicious that they don't have any equipment, unless who knows.
Well, I'll remember this, but we should keep going.
Yeah, let's go. And I wonder if any of those are the other missing men from the town.
Could be.
You don't have enough information to figure that out.
That's all right. We'll send one of their guys in here once we're done.
Well, as you continue on down the tunnel, the next time you pass one of these doors, it's actually in the opposite side. And it is not off of its hinges, but it has been left open. And looking in as you pass, you see that the back wall of the little room that would be in there has been knocked out. And there is a passageway leading off into the darkness from what would have been this little maintenance storage room.
Companions, what say you about exploring the darkness?
I mean, do I feel like it's in this direction? The anomaly?
And is there
Go ahead
any,
and roll to see if you can detect that.
Okay.
and are there any like noticeable footprints like in the dust and debris or that sort of trail on the floor?
This is a well-traveled path, so it's hard to say.
I got a 5 and a 3.
Okay, 5 was what you needed to hit. You still cannot figure out what that wrongness in the air is. It's just like being a little bit headachy all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But now that you're here, you are sensing something very powerful coming from down that tunnel.
And I say, and Kane kind of grips his head a little bit. Well, I don't know what it is, but I do feel something powerful at the end of this tunnel. So we might want to keep our wits about us.
Wits, guns, blades. It's all sounding good.
Cat hairbrushes.
Yeah. Well,
Well, okay. If you think we should go down there, Kane, you say it's powerful. That seems a little scary, but okay. That's why we're here.
Yeah, let's try to sneak down. And I use my glowy stick. I dim it so it's like not too bright, and I say let's try to sneak down.
Okay, well I can be pretty sneaky. I've got a boon in stealth through a inclination called Stalker.
Okay.
I could hand you my staff and you can go in front of us if you want.
Kane, as you guys start to move towards that passageway, you sense a powerful mind reaching out and trying to locate you.
Oh, okay.
It has rolled a 6 to perceive you guys coming. Kane, you can attempt to block it. This will be the stealth roll for the party, because whatever is down there does not rely on seeing and hearing to know that you're coming.
Shield us all, Kane. Like,
yeah, I mean, I'm gonna try to block it.
Okay.
And I need to roll a 6, right?
Yep.
Unfortunately, as far as I could tell when I was making this character, there was no like special things for like boons for psychics. So, I might need to ask him to put one in thing for the. Okay, I'm gonna try rolling 3 dice.
Okay.
no ones, no whammies, no whammies.
Sorry, guys, I rolled a 1. I rolled a 1 and a 5 and a 4.
You can spend. No, you don't. You could spend 2 karma, right? You could spend 1 to turn the 1 into a 2, and you could spend another 1 to turn the 5 into a 6.
Is that how that works? How much karma? How much karma do I?
Am I messing that up? You start with 3 every session.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you haven't spent any.
Yeah.
I was curious about that because, like, spell casting, you can't use karma to bump it.
Oh, you're right about that. Yeah.
I don't know if that applies to psychic abilities since it's
But you
not...
can do spell burn. Yeah, it would be the same. It says in the document that the psychic stuff is just reskinned magic, so it would work the same way. So if you roll a 1, yeah, basically, a roll of 1 when casting a spell means the energies do not manifest, but you may want to sacrifice a life force to continue casting a spell. A spell can still be cast by a conjurer taking a strike of damage for each one rolled. However, I think that would only negate the crit fail. Your highest die would still have to meet 6, and it didn't.
And we can't. And I can't use karma.
No, not on this kind of power.
So I'm just gonna say I'm just not gonna use it. It's too powerful. Something's coming. It just gets through. And so
yeah.
it knows we're here.
And Kane, you hear a voice in your head. It says, you are coming to bring me something.
I can't attempt to talk back.
Sure.
Yeah. It's like, bring you what? What do you want?
Just come down. You have what I need.
I say to Ruby and Samantha, we gotta kill this fucker.
Well, did we hear this voice, or is that strictly Kane that hears the voice in his head?
You only heard Kane answer.
Okay, it's like it wants what? It wants something?
Yeah, it's another guy with my powers.
Not yet.
He's talking madness. He knows we're already here. Let's go down there and just kill him.
Okay.
I was never much for subtlety anyway.
Yeah.
So I just make my staff really bright, and I just start heading down.
Okay, who's going first?
I'm gonna go first.
Yeah, I'll be in the middle.
Shotgun raised,
heels clacking on the stone.
Oh yeah.
Actually, no, Mia, do you want to be in front of me, or do you want me to be in front?
I can bring up the rear, keep an eye on things back there.
Yeah.
Since I picked that torch back up, my baseball bat is stowed on this. There's like a strap on my backpack, so I'm going to pull my pistol.
Are you still holding a torch, Mia?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay. So this tunnel that's been knocked into the wall behind this room, it looks like it's sort of half natural cavern, half carved out by what you can't tell. But it is mostly stone floor, and it's sort of heading down into the mountains, the hills, beneath the level of the highway. It's sort of a gradual, not winding, but sort of gently twisting downward direction. And as you go, it gets narrower and narrower. Coming from where you were, the highway about 4 lanes wide, plus the walkways on either side, that was a big tunnel. This is made for people to travel down. And at places, it's single file, and at places, it's turned sideways.
Oof.
Yeah. No, we won't be retreating quickly. This is getting worse the further we go. Yeah. Getting a little nervous, y'all.
At that point, Samantha, you hear in your head, ha ha ha. Yes, it's starting to get seasoned.
Did anyone else hear that? That was weird.
Don't listen to him, Samantha. He's trying to get into your brain.
I'm already in here.
Already here.
That isn't what I'm trying to do at all.
Just try to block it. Block it out.
I start like thinking of all the craziest, weird things that my uncle ever told me. Nursery rhymes, whatever, just recycling them over and over in my head to try and keep my thoughts off of anything important.
Yes, say rhymes, sing songs, do math problems. That's what the old story said would work.
It's not working.
Just keep going forward. Just keep marching.
What is Ruby thinking right now?
Not much. I mean, he's really just thinking about moving forward, keeping an eye just in case something jumps out and he needs to shoot it real good.
Okay. Do you have any boons to noticing things? Any kind of perception?
I have a danger sense.
All right. I want you to go ahead and roll to see if you notice something. This is going to be a 4+.
I got a 2. Am I surprised by something?
Yeah, you're surprised by the Romero that was standing in complete darkness in a little alcove in the wall. Why did
I even buy this danger sense? It literally says can never be surprised.
Oh, it says can never be surprised?
Yes.
Then that's my bad. You're not surprised.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was a boon. That's why I just had to roll it as a boon. So cool. You're not surprised because you're on a lookout for this kind of thing. You notice that the shape of the tunnel just ahead of you is in such a way that something could be there without you seeing it. So you come around that little bump in the wall, ready for danger, and there it is. There's just one solitary Romero standing motionless in the hallway, ready to lunge at you. But because you are not surprised and you are a player character, you go first.
And I got a 3, 4, and a 6.
You have critted. Is this with the shotgun or with the sword?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I have my shotgun up.
Of course, that's why you rolled 3. So confirm that crit.
Do I roll again to confirm the crit?
Yeah.
That does not confirm the crit.
Okay, so you deal 1 strike of damage to this Romero. The other shot doesn't work, as sometimes happens with homemade guns.
Don't forget your karma. You can use that to boost a die roll to a 6 if you have enough.
Oh, I don't remember what I had.
It was
Well, on the second roll, he didn't say what he got. He just said...
Okay.
I got a 3.
Okay, 3. So if you spent 2, you could bump it to a 5, which for you is a crit with this weapon. This is just a Romero.
Yeah, I kind of want to hold on to my karma.
Valid. All right, who's going next? You guys are at this point. I'll say at this point of the tunnel, it is about 1.5 people wide, narrowing to just 1 person wide at the point where this little bit of rock sticks out that the Romero was hiding behind. So you two behind him see Ruby suddenly shuffle sideways and blast at something on the wall. And now that the Romero is moving, you can see that he's there.
It's like, my ears.
Over our shoulders and just deafen us even more.
I'm going to say, get him, Samantha.
Nobody can hear that because everyone's ears are ringing from the shotgun in the tunnel.
Oh.
Like a break in the tank in that episode.
The marching order I was given says Kane was in the middle, so so it's going to be tight for Samantha to do anything without Kane moving first.
All right, no, okay, I'll just use my force again to throw him against the wall.
Okay, he'll resist. He's rolled a 3.
I got 2 6s. Dude.
Would you like to take his head off?
yeah.
He's like a smear on the wall.
Yeah. Instead of throwing his body against the wall, I notice his head's a little bit off. I just take the whole head off and throw it against the wall.
And you hear, "Why are you playing with my trash?"
And I say, "Well, if you want to play for real, show yourself."
Come down. I'm not hiding.
I look around. I look for like a way down.
The tunnel you're in is going downward.
Okay. All right. Okay.
They are in the way.
Keep going. We're getting close.
You guys traveling down the tunnel a while longer. You eventually come to a place where it widens out. And if you know enough about the world before, you will recognize that you seem to be in some sort of military bunker. That the tunnel has been dug from the highway tunnel through some unknown distance of rock into this military bunker. And you come out, it's really clean and well maintained, a big empty room, and full of old timey like computers that are running somehow.
Ooh.
There's electricity in here. These machines are on, and they're doing something. There's like lights flashing. There's screens on. It even has reel-to-reel tape.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's like very old-timey computers.
I am fascinated.
Yeah, but you don't see anybody in this room. There's a lot of old equipment in here too. Various machines that defy categorization to you.
I begin trying to scan the room for any life.
Oh, okay. Cool. Let me roll a resistance roll. Beat a 5, please.
I'll try 2. 1. I got 2, 3. And I have to use karma to raise those, right?
If you want to. Or you can just take the L.
I want to take the L for now.
Okay. Oh, you know what? We haven't been doing all session. You're supposed to earn karma whenever you fail a roll.
Oh.
You know what?
Yeah, that would really
Someone
help.
here hasn't failed any rolls yet.
True.
So every time you fail, you get a karma?
Yeah, so you would have got one just now. And if you can remember how many rolls you failed, go ahead and just add the karma to the 3 that you started with.
I think I at least failed.
You failed a couple, yeah.
2-3 times at least.
Yeah. Go ahead and take your karma to 5 at the start of this roll. So then you can choose to fail now and keep your karma at 5, or you can spend some to bump it up. And again, you need to meet or beat 5 on this roll.
I'll put it up to 5.
Okay.
So I'll spend 2.
Okay. So you're at 3 karma remaining now. You sense that mind. It is in an adjacent room behind a door about 30 yards ahead of you and slightly to the left.
Okay, do I see a door in front of me?
Yeah, the door, you can see the door, and you know that the creature with this powerful mind is behind that door.
And I say, Samantha, Ruby, he's behind that door. Get ready. I'm
ready. Do we want to kick this door in?
It's 30 yards away. You have to cross the room.
Yeah, let's go. You want to kick it in, or do you want me to do something?
Let's start crossing the room.
Who's
Okay.
going first?
I would like to skirt around the edges of the room.
Okay.
Ruby's gonna strut just straight down the middle.
All right. Ruby, strut, I imagine, is at a walking pace, yeah?
Give or take.
All right. Is there hip action?
A little.
All right.
Got a little swivel in the hips.
Is anybody moving faster than Ruby and thus going to beat him there?
No,
Gosh, no.
I'm behind Ruby. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm taking the long way around.
Okay. Ruby cannot be surprised, and therefore is going to get a saving throw against this machine that tries to grab him when he is about 3 steps from the door. One of the giant machines that I described in the room that you couldn't identify has a mechanical arm that's going to lunge suddenly when you're about 5 steps from the door and try and grab you. So
This is an avoidance check?
this is an avoidance check.
Okay. Ooh, shoot.
Yes.
Pardon me. That went way you. I got a 6, baby.
Okay,
Nice.
you avoided it. And unfortunately, as an avoidance roll, that means you take damage anyway, but you live.
What am I taking damage from?
The arm trying to grab and squeeze the crap out of you.
Yeah,
It's
but I avoided it.
Well, it's fast, and in order to avoid getting grabbed, you were still hit by it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you're at one. You have 1 strike remaining. Is how that?
Fuck.
Yeah, that's how that works. This was an insta kill, and you avoided it.
Damn.
Yeah. However, it's the only one.
So it's like a giant robot hand. I just saw that try to get him.
Yeah. Now, it lunged out from one of these machines that was near the door. Kane, you're able to avoid it because it goes for Ruby first, and you can just back up. Samantha, you would have gone behind it by skirting the wall the way you are.
Is there any like exposed wires or mechanical bits back there that I can
Yeah.
mash into?
Yeah. By going behind it, you can easily see the wires and start destroying.
Question: what does Pain Away do? Because I
It
says
heals
I have
one.
We strike between scenes.
between scenes. Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Is that one of the drugs?
Yes.
yeah, it's called Pain Away. Yeah, you
Page 10.
I'm
heal.
gonna house rule that because you can heal strikes between scenes anyway. So I'm gonna say that the existence of that drug, if you want to, after this machine is destroyed, if you want to administer that drug to Ruby, it can heal a strike even during a scene.
Yeah, like
Okay.
a healing potion or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
I am just going to try and jam something in the mechanism on the back of that machine.
Okay. Go ahead and roll. This will be 3+.
Okay. And would I use? Could I like use the boon to repair or construct the mechanical object in reverse and use it to destroy the break?
Yeah,
up an object?
that seems easy. Yeah,
Okay.
That seems easily applicable to destroying a mechanical object.
I rolled 2 3s.
Okay. I gave you 3 as your target, didn't I? So yeah, that's
I
successful.
believe so. Yeah.
Yeah. So this machine is not going to attack again. It's gone. Kane, if you want to give your pain away to Ruby.
Oh, I've got a couple of them that I'm gonna take.
Okay.
Okay, great.
Cool.
Great. Yeah, so Ruby, you take a couple pain aways. You're feeling a little bit woo from taking 2 at once. But your strikes are healed. And you hear in your head,
And
now
I
it
say,
is starting
hear
to
that?
get, yeah, you hear it. Now it is starting to get seasoned.
Ah, you shit.
yeah. I'm upset. I'm just gonna say, come out and fight us. And I'm gonna use my force to rip open the door that's in front of us.
Okay. Beat a 3+.
No. Got 2 5s.
You rip that door. Are you pulling or pushing?
Actually, no. I'm gonna push it in because maybe I might hit him with it.
Okay. You push the door in off its hinges. It tears. It's like a metal door with solid hinges. You push it. It rips really loud off the hinges, flies 5 feet, and then stops.
Yeah.
It stops in midair. And then slides to the side and then falls to the ground. And you see behind it, sitting in like a little desk chair, like an office chair, this small, emaciated, like female body, just sort of slouched with an enormous head. Like the face is kind of normal size, but the dome just goes, and there's like pulsing veins in it. It's full on like original Star Trek pilot.
No.
But more, yeah.
I was imagining the head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the head, or like Hector Hammond from Green Lantern, if you want to go that way. But yeah, that's what you're seeing.
Okay.
And she's like, now to all of you, she's like, is it everything you hoped for?
And I say, how many have you killed down here?
I have killed none. I simply take what is mine from them. You killed them when I was done with them.
No. We're just cleaning up your mess.
Yes, taking out the trash for me.
She says that. I'm like, Mom?
You see the eyes. The head can't move because the neck isn't strong enough, but you see the eyes sort of dart over to you, Samantha.
I'm like peeking through the
edge
of the door.
And you see for a second, it's almost like she's thinking about, am I this person's mother? No. I will take yours first. You are the most frightened. And it's going to psychically attack you.
Bang.
Okay.
Yeah, however, as we know, you guys go first.
Yeah, so when its eyes like flick over to Samantha,
yeah,
I'm just unleashing a barrage with my shotgun at it.
Okay.
I know I'm not near to it, but 2 dice is better than no dice, and I've got a 4 and a 6.
A 4 and a 6, you have hit it, and you potentially crit. So confirm that.
Not with a 3.
Okay. So you deal 1 strike to it, but you see actually, as its eyes go to Samantha, Ruby steps forward and raises the auto shotgun and fires. But in the instant that you're pulling the trigger, the eyes dart over to you. And you see the shotgun blast stop and hit something invisible before it strikes this person with the big head. It has used, Kane, you are aware psychically, it has used some sort of mental shield to protect itself against that strike.
Some sort of precog ability. We can just infinitely.
It's not precog.
It's not precog. It's actually a mental shield.
It's just she's got a strong shield. But I've fought this once before. Yeah, and I'm going to
That's definitely not true, but go ahead.
well, I'm just this is just going to be for me explaining this next attack. I'm
Cool.
going to try to use my I'm gonna form like a force field on my hand.
Okay.
But I'm gonna try to shape it into like a pointed lance. I'm gonna try to pierce through her shield with my force powers.
Okay. Go ahead and roll that.
Yeah.
Gather that shield and I will shoot.
Yeah. So
You need to meter beat 5.
Oh.
ooh. Well, let's see. I'm gonna roll. Should I do 3? No, I'm gonna do 2. Oh, I got 2 and a 4.
You
So
can bump
if I-
that 4 up to a 5 with karma, right?
Yeah, I
Yep.
got 3 karma left. So
Can you?
You can. Oh, no. Karma not
Doesn't work on
psychic
spells and
attacks.
such. Yeah.
We keep forgetting that.
karma doesn't roll on spells unless I use a strike, right?
Yeah, you can spell burn it.
I mean this. Yeah, I'm gonna use a second.
No, wait.
burn.
I'm so sorry. The spell burn only works if you roll a 1.
Oh.
If you would pass, but one of your other dice is a 1, then that's when you take spell burn.
Okay, we might have to tell Scotty to include something for psychics, like some sort of burn.
Yeah. I mean, to be perfectly honest, this is only my 3rd time in EZD6 and only my 2nd time running it. So these questions may already be answered,
Yeah.
and I just don't know. But
Well,
yeah.
I mean, if there's no way I can use karma, then I guess I just fail. Yeah.
However, I will. You can earn a karma for this though,
True.
and I will give you this information
about-
as well.
What about his hero die?
The hero die? I think can be used.
Yeah, I can just use it to re-roll any
Any one of your
single
dice.
roll.
Hmm.
If you want to
And
spend
you'll
your
have
hero
one.
die,
But what's my hero die?
So-
it's just 1 free reroll per session.
Okay.
But you can buy it back with 5 karma.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm
So
gonna
yeah,
use.
that's how that works.
All right. So I'm gonna re-roll. Oh my God. I rolled a 3.
Okay. Well, next time you want to spend 5 karma, you can get a hero dice back. But
Okay.
what I was going to say is, you do miss. You earn a karma for it, and lost your hero die. But you, your attempt was to drive a psychic spike through this creature's mental shield.
Yes.
The reason it doesn't work is that the mental shield is already gone. And you realize in this moment, the shotgun blast was all it took. That took the shield down.
Oh, okay. All right. So
So that's
So I
your
hit-
turn. Yeah.
okay. All right.
And then that'll be Samantha next.
Here's my revolver. Let's blast away with a
1.
No.
Samantha, did you roll a 1?
Yeah, I did.
Your gun jams. You're gonna have to spend an action unjamming it.
Yep, that's all right.
Okay.
I'm going to mess with it and just jam it back in its holster and get my bat out. Yeah.
Okay. It is now the Psylocke's turn, and it is going to. Yeah, it's going to go back to Plan A, and it's going to roll on Samantha. Hold on. You're a scrapper, yes?
Scrapper. Mm-hmm.
So maybe one of you guys saw this, which I am. Well, let me look at your sheet. You sent me your character sheet earlier. What I'm looking for is, what do you guys do to resist enemy miasmic powers? Because we know how your armor works against physical attacks.
That's a good question.
I think save.
I mean, I think that's well, in my head, I think that's one of the reasons why they keep me around, is to try to shield them from miasma powers.
That's a way we could go, but there must be an answer for this in the core game, because this would just be enemy spell.
Yeah, I think it's just the save. The avoidance is the way that would probably work.
Let me see.
Spell.
Yes, we can. Oh, resistance to cast spells. Most enemies or heroes resist spells with a 1d6 roll. Spells targeted against the environment. Okay, so unless you have a boon, you're going to resist with 1d6.
Yeah, and I need to roll a 6 to save. So,
no,
but,
your resistance is not the same as a save. You just have to beat whatever number I roll, which might be a 6. We'll see in a second.
Okay,
it's a 6.
Booty, booty.
No, I rolled a 1.
Okay, then.
This person does not have a hero die because she sucks. So she tries. What you feel happening in your mind is she is pulling on your consciousness, almost like your thoughts themselves are sort of being yanked out of your head. But in the same instant that that Kane's attack fails against her, this distracts her somewhat, and she whiffs it, and you feel tired, as though like you would have fallen asleep and perhaps never woken up had this succeeded. But she whiffed it because there's too much going on. Clearly, this being has overestimated its power against 3 such enemies. But yeah, that is its turn.
Okay, so it's back to us again.
Yeah, it has taken no strikes of damage, and it has dealt no strikes of damage.
I thought I got hit one time by Ruby.
No, it did, but that broke its shield.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, well, shield's down, Ruby. Go for it.
Yeah, bang bang, baby. You know what? How can I close the distance to this thing?
Yeah, if you
move action.
Yeah, you can get up closer. I was already picturing you as being kind of near, because you were in the doorway.
Well, we were like up to the doorway, but it was down the hall. It was kind of down at the end of the hall, right?
No, it was in a smaller room in there. So remember, Kane pushed the door in, and it stopped about 5 feet in and slid to the side, and then behind the door was this creature. So it's maybe 10 to 15 feet away from you right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I want to get like, I'm going to say like my move action, I want to move into like a better position closer to it.
Yeah, maybe if you want to
firing around the door frame.
Okay, so you don't want to enter the room though.
You know what? No, I do not want to enter that room.
Okay. That wasn't a cue. I just expected that you were going to enter the room, and then you said fire around the door frame.
Yeah, I'm trying to give myself a little bit of cover.
Okay.
I'm still feeling a little tender after that grabby hand action.
Yeah, that was not great.
No, it was not. Fuck off. So I'm gonna spend my hero die.
Okay.
Okay.
To re-roll that 1.
Nice.
Copy that.
Cool. So I've got 2 4s and a 5.
All right. Well, the 5 is a crit.
On hold on real quick. On like melee attacks and things like that, those 1s aren't auto fails.
Yeah, that's only on spells.
It's only on spells, so you wouldn't have to use your hero die to re-roll a melee or ranged attack.
That's right.
Well, you know what? I kind of want to anyway, because that 5 came from re-rolling that 1.
Okay,
Copy
that's
that.
cool too.
Fair enough.
Just a heads up, you don't have to. Yeah, you don't auto fail with the 1 on those.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's good to know. And the crit is not confirmed.
Okay. Well, your shotgun blast tears into this woman's flesh. You see part of the face and part of the face and the shoulder get hit, and she just sort of screams, but her mouth only twitches, and you hear the scream in your brains.
Yep, that's probably not great.
Yeah, and then this, like, you guys experience her pain, but not in a way that cripples you. You experience it coming from over there, and your vision starts to, like, pulse around the edges, like when you stand up too fast and it gets black. Like, that's happening to all of you now as she's screaming.
Okay.
You are still able to act normally, though. Who's going next?
Kane, you want to, or you might want me to shoot or rush in with my baseball bat and try and hit a home run?
I'm gonna try. I want to do something a little unorthodox. Since the shield's down, and she got hit once, can I do because I have this skill called Befuddled.
Okay.
It says target forgets what they're doing.
Ooh.
Can I use that on her and make her forget?
Ooh.
I
will tell you what, she's very powerful, so I'm going to say she is going to get to resist that.
Mm-hmm.
But I will treat it, even though this isn't a thing, I will treat it as though you have a boon to a psychic roll here. So choose how many dice you would like to spend, and then add 1 to that. And that's how many dice you roll. She's going to resist it with 3 dice. Meter beat 3. That's her resistance roll.
Okay. So I can add a dice to my roll.
So here's what I'm going to say. Look at the dice in your hand. I assume they're different colors. Pick 1. That's your free one. That's a boon. So that 1 doesn't matter if it rolls a 1.
Gotcha. So I'm going to roll 3.
Yeah.
And 1 is a different color. Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. I got a 6, a 5, and a 4. Yes.
You see her just as you do this to her, you see her whole head kind of twitch, and the veins pulse, and she looks around with her eyes, and she looks up at you, and says, "What? What?" And then it is Samantha's turn.
I gotta rush in and bring my baseball bat, like not a swing, more of an overhead smash down.
Copy that.
No boons.
And she is trying to use her mental abilities to avoid it.
There is a 5. I'm going to spend 1 karma to push that to a crit.
Okay.
And then I'm going to roll again. And that is not a confirmation. So 1 strike.
1 strike. So when you're doing this melee attack to her, you see her kind of sort of move in the way that a combatant would try to move to avoid a strike, but it's not her body. Like her brain is telekinetically just sort of shifting her around, chair and all. But she does not make it out of the way in time. She takes a hit, and you hear her scream again, and that blackness thing happens again. You're starting to all get a little bit lightheaded. It's now her turn. She's going to attack you again, Samantha. That is a 6 that you need to beat with your with your resistance roll.
I'm going to throw that dice across the room.
Copy that.
So that was a failure.
Okay.
Take another strike.
What she has done no, she's not attacking you physically. She is using fear on you. From now until she's dead or you've run away, you are going to roll everything with a bane.
Okay.
And then after she has done that, she is going to shoot sideways out of the view of, I guess, Kane and Ruby are outside the room still. So she's going to shoot sideways where you two guys can't see her anymore. Samantha, you see that she is shooting right through a doorway which slams shut.
Wait, like
she's trying to get away. Get her. Oh my God.
Samantha's terrified.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna be like, you can't get away. I'm gonna rush. I'm gonna go after.
Okay. Yeah, you are gonna have to get through that door.
The door that I pushed through.
Well, you're standing in an open doorway, but she went through another door and it slammed behind her.
And she closed it? No,
Yeah.
Okay. No. Yeah. As soon as she slammed that door and she went through it, I'm gonna push the door and maybe hit her as she went through. So
Okay,
she closed it, and I'm gonna push it, and then it's gonna hit her as she went through.
At this point, you're rolling against her full resistance roll, which is going to be 3. You need to meet or beat 6.
Hero dice is only once per encounter, or once per.
If you spend 5 karma, you can get it back.
Okay, let's see. I got 2 4s and a 6.
All right, the door. I'm going to say this. Roll 1 more dice for me, please. If you get a 6, the door's going to hit her. If not, you just rip it off.
Okay, here's the other dice. The other dice was a 3, but can I add karma to that?
You know what? I'm going to roll to see what the answer to your question is. No, you can't add karma.
Damn. Okay. Wait.
Yeah.
Wait. No, I spent 5 karma to get the hero dice back.
Do it.
Yeah. I'm not gonna use that one. I got a 5. Unfortunately.
All right. Well, you managed to rip this door off, and it's this epic mental battle. Like even your 2 comrades who are not psychics can see it. The door just like bends, and you can see forces working on the door from both sides as Kane's like, and the door is just crumpling up, and eventually it does shoot into the room, but it does not hit this woman in the chair. Kane, you're able to see she's not sitting dead in the doorway facing you like she was before in the other room. She is kind of like on the other side of the room, like getting back behind a bank of computers. Again, her body barely moves, but she's able to move her entire body as a unit. And she's gotten back behind this bank of computers.
I'm gonna say she's cornered. Get her.
All right. Who's next?
Yeah, I'll rush in.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to move into near distance if you would like.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Blam, blam, blammo, baby. So what does 2 5s and a 6 get me?
It gets you a dead boss, is what it gets you.
Nice.
Do I need
Because
to roll to confirm that crit?
you may if you choose to. She's
Yeah, I'm
dead
gonna
anyway.
try. Nope.
Okay. But I'm going to say with 2 5s and a 6 and her last strike of damage, you blast away. The auto shotgun just goes off 3 times in rapid succession as you hold the trigger down. And the giant head just blows up. And it's green and blue. It's just everywhere. It's just green and blue goop dripping down the wall. Why is it grosser if it's green and blue than if it's red?
Bye-bye, Baldus.
Yeah. And there's just stuff leaking down the face, the whole body. It
tasty.
It peels open like the egg in Alien. Like, it's gross. And you see in this room and the previous room, and as you sort of look around the rest of the complex, all of the gear that was stolen off of the people she Romero'd. You find, searching the complex here, you find her logs on the computers. And what she was doing, this woman was a weirdling to start with, but what she learned how to do was steal other people's mental energy, which would turn you into a Romero. So that's what she did to all these people, but you guys had a powerful psychic with you,
Yes, we
and she got powerful, but not powerful enough. So she overestimated herself and has met her doom. You find all of their gear, you find their money, which is more than enough to pay off your shotgun. You find an awesome sword in the mix. Yeah, which I think Ruby's going to want to go ahead and keep. Because it's a long ass, like katana type thing. Just long as fuck.
I'll definitely take her research for this enhancing ability, but I'm going to try to figure out a way to use it to not make Romeros.
All right. Well, if you guys want, you are able to pack up everything that she stole and take it back to town.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
All right.
Take it all.
Take it off. Yeah.
The townspeople are beyond grateful. They let you keep the money you recovered. They do take back most of the stuff. But if you want to, and of course you do have to pay the remainder for the shotgun.
Yeah.
The sword, they don't know where it came from. So you can have that.
Is the fortune teller a surprise I came back?
No. You walk in, he goes, I knew you'd come back.
Of course he did.
And I say, yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
Just because I told you that you wouldn't doesn't mean
grumpy.
that's what I believe.
All right. You got me, old man. You got me. But
You want some cactus snake?
sure.
All right. You've got a little bit of green stuff on you there.
Yeah, it'll come
And
off
blue.
eventually.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, you're the heroes of Nameless Desert Town, and
Nice. I like it.
A town called Nowhere.
yeah.
Well,
Where
I'll
have I heard
definitely,
that?
I'll definitely have to ask Scotty more about psychics and how they work.
Yeah.
In the future.
Well,
Yeah.
I think instead of being able to spend karma or having boons, you're able to choose how many. Like if you're rolling 1, 2, or 3 dice per roll.
Yeah.
I think that's supposed to be the you don't have to go, I only have 1 die to roll. You can choose to roll more dice.
Oh, okay.
I'm assuming that seemed to be how it was working.
Yeah,
Yeah, 'cause
in the core game, that is the difference between a regular combatant and a magic user.
Hello?
Yes.
So everything froze. Sorry.
Oh, okay. In the core game, that is the difference between a regular combatant and a magic user. Is the magic users, they can't spend karma, but they do get to choose how many dice they're rolling. That's true. In this game, you do have powers listed, and yeah, like I think that's really where our confusion was.
Yeah.
I think some of the slowdown here was me not remembering the system to begin with, and some of it was I think there needs to be clarification in the new rules.
I mean that's why they're playtest rules.
Yeah, for sure.
It was still really fun.
It's not like I really noticed any slowdown. There was no. I didn't notice any hitching. There was no screen tear. It was fine. No drop frames.
I didn't feel like we were spending more time looking up rules than we would in any other game that we just learned for the week.
Yeah, I mean, I was spending a bit of time because it would be really if there's going to be like any real like ranged combat focus, it'd be nice to like have a place where it states these are the range bands you're working with. Okay. And I don't have to try and cobble that together from what's listed under the weapons themselves.
Gotcha. Yeah, I believe, I mean, I knew that off the top of my head, and I believe it's because I read it in the core book.
I couldn't find it in the core book, but that's, I couldn't figure out where to look. Gotcha. So I was kind of assuming, but that's why I asked about it, because I was just I couldn't find it.
Okay.
So I was feeling kind of frustrated by that, but not like bad frustrated, just like, this seems like it's like such a simple thing, but in the back of my head, it's going, yeah, it's such a simple thing that it would be really easy to assume, everyone just understands this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
everyone definitely pick up EZD6 core. Yeah. It's this is the special edition hard copy. The paperback is the one that you've been seeing the cover rotate through in the upper left corner of the screen there. They're great art on both editions. I like the hardcover because I like hardcovers. Scotty told me he likes the paperback better because he's on it.
That's understandable.
Yeah. So that's that. Scotty, we love the game. I hope you watch the video later on. I don't think you have so far. But I'll hit you up and I'll try to remember everything that we hitched on, and I'll let you know. But yeah, I look forward to the final version of this. Right. Good night, everyone.
Night.
Thank you guys for playing.
Thank you,
Steve.
Thank you, Steve.
Yeah, it is nice to be back. First stream of 2023. All right, I'll see everyone. Hopefully, if I'm COVID-free, I've had COVID since Thursday. If I'm COVID-free by Friday, we'll be back with Cyberpunk. If not, we'll see everyone next Monday for something Jason and I are going to work out, most likely, because I think you had a couple things you wanted to run.
Yeah, I've got some stuff I'd like to do. If anyone wants to sign up for, wants to show interest in any of the things I want to run, just mention it on the Discord.
I am interested in everything you want to run. That as a given.
I'm saying to everybody else.
I will.
I will
do my part.
Sorry, Steve.
I will do my part and fill out the sign up sheet so people have things they can sign up for. I'll do that in the morning.
No, that's fine. But just if people want to show interest on the Discord, that's not a horrible thing to do either.
Fair enough. All right. See you guys next
let's
time.
make a list of what you'd like to run, and we'll go from there. I'm thinking Death in Space. Anyway, good night, you all.
Good night.
I'm going to head out, guys.
Good night, Alan.
Good night.